Oh no. What's that? Phase 5 is due tomorrow? Polly wants a Halloween monster graveyard diorama. Well, I think I have the stuff to do that. So, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do a diorama. It's another first. But before we get into that, I have an announcement. A special announcement, so to speak. Let's move all this out of the way. As some of you guys know, I've been going through growing pains here. Starting out the channel, etc. Wanting to upgrade things. I want to upgrade my decals and upgrade my creation game, so to speak. But all that costs quite a bit of money. And my wife's not feeling that. Imagine that. So she's wanting me to try to make it self-sustaining, I guess, is the way to put it. Now, I've mentioned before, I have a antique mall booth that I do sell some old Hot Wheels and stuff at. But mostly it's just, ones that I've done in the past or whatever, or ones that I haven't done anything with that maybe somebody would like to, so I put those over there. But I decided to step my game up. And I kind of want to know what you guys think. Because you guys have been watching some of my videos now. You guys see the attention and detail I try to put into them. So I took some of my favorites, I guess you would say. Some that I feel are quality enough for me to actually put together a little package, so to speak, to try to sell them over there. Something a little higher quality than what I have over there, obviously. So, that being said, these are what I came up with. Okay, let's take a look here. And yeah, I'm not selling these online. I don't have an Etsy page. I'm not selling them on eBay. I'm not selling them off of the YouTube channel or anything. But because they do have videos made, I am putting a thing on my booth over there that if you purchase one of these vehicles, you can go actually see it being made or being created. You can see the creation video. Now, I do have on the back of here, I've got my QR code for my YouTube channel, the YouTube logo. I've got the description of what the vehicle is. And then I've got this little disclaimer, I guess you'd say, in here. This vehicle is a YouTube creation video on my channel named the Gargoyles Den Diecast. Please check it out as well as all my other video creations. You are only purchasing the vehicle. Your purchase does not include the rights to any images or videos related to said vehicle. I don't know if I needed to put that on there, but there's always that one person that's going to try and push the limit. So yeah, I'm trying to cover my ass here. And let's see what I did for the custom diecast card fronts is, of course, the Gargoyles Den diecast logo. Now, I'm thinking future iterations of this, I'm going to dress this up a little. I'm not sure how I'm going to yet. But yeah, I bought the clamshells, and they were bigger than I thought, obviously. But then I came across these clear acrylic boxes, and I really liked the idea of putting these special cars in a clear acrylic box, not only for the clamshell protection, but just to kind of separate them and elevate them a little bit. So I think I'm going to stick with that for now. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments about that, because otherwise I was going to go back to the regular old Hot Wheels style clear clamshell, which that's all it is. It's a clamshell over the car. Similar to this. That's all it is. It's a clamshell on a card, and I don't know. I think this looks better. It costs a little bit more, which means I have to charge a little more if I'm still going to make this profitable at all, so I can start affording my new printer and a light setup and a new webcam. And so right now I'm using a 7-year-old Logitech webcam that isn't zoomable. My lights yeah, we can all see the problem with my lights. And I just disconnected it. So yeah, I'm working on all that, but yeah, that all takes money, obviously. And Christmas is coming up, so I imagine that'll take care of some of it because she knows what I want and what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I kind of want to make this work on my own, I guess, so to speak. I don't want to rely, you know, on my wife for everything. But I have to do that enough as it is. So, anyway, that was the first one. Go ahead and show you the others I came up with. I'm only doing 6 for now, just to kind of get the feeling, the temp of how it's going to go over there. Because, like I said, I'm only selling them. This is an antique mall. I only get a certain amount of traffic in there, but I've had posted on the booth for a while now that I did have a YouTube channel for them to come watch. So hopefully, some of you that are watching videos are actually people that have gone over there and saw all this. Sorry about the interruption. That was the wife. I can't exactly tell her to just go away, so I have to answer. All right, back to where we were. Let's go over the 6 that I've chosen to take over. You've seen the Rockabye Baby, obviously. A lot of people seem to like that one, so unfortunately it's going to come out of my collection and go up for sale. In the hopes that, maybe it'll raise some money towards this printer and stuff that I'm wanting. And another one of my favorites, Sweet 16. Yeah, it's a custom Firebird in aqua blue, restored, Sweet 16. Yes. This is kind of painful in a way. Because, yes, I mean, I've got more cars and stuff. I've got more fleet sides and stuff I can restore, but, these are ones I've already done and I was happy with them. This is one of the 2 that I did together. I did a red and a blue. This is the blue fleet side. Like I said, I've got more of these I can do, but yeah, all these hold a special place in my heart. So they were my first real good ones. We'll save that one for that. This one came out a lot better than I thought it was when I originally started it. It's the 1975 Flying Colors Toy Fair van. Now, this one is a custom restoration because of the wheels, obviously. They are rubber Row-Rider grid lines. So, yeah, there's that. So that one's a special custom restoration. And then I've gotten quite a few comments on these. People seem to have liked them, so I'm going to put these over there just as, special purchases. They obviously won't be as expensive as the others because these aren't restorations of red lines, but they were both customs. We have the dual 2024 Paint It Pink Custom 53 here out of Merc and Custom 53 Cadillac builds. I'm going to put them over there and see how they do as far as customs go. So, wish me luck. Tell me down in the comments what you think about it. And I'm going to go take these over there right now, actually, because they're having a big flea market sale out in the parking lot this week, and it attracts a bunch of attention inside as well. So those are going over there and going on the top shelf with some of my other restore red lines and stuff that are over there. And then we will be coming back and playing with the Diorama stuff. Now, obviously, as I showed you on the calendar, and I will show you on my phone, today is the 14th. This is due tomorrow. Yeah, it's 1:09 in the afternoon on the 14th. And I'm just now starting this. So as usual, impossible deadlines, not giving myself enough time, adding extra stress. But that's the gargoyle way. Welcome to my channel. Alright, let's try this yet again. It is now 5:43 on Thursday, November 14th, same day that we were at before, roughly 2 hours later. I took the cars over to the antique mall, put them in the booth, and of course I get a call from the wife that she has to take her grandson to swimming lessons tonight, but she needs me to pick him up. So I had to go pick him up, bring him back here, get him ready for swim lessons, and that's where they are now. So now I have a few minutes to actually try to get something started on this before they get back, and I have to stop and play with him for a while and feed supper and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's see where we can get. So, as you can see, some of the stuff that I got, I didn't realize when I ordered this that it was quite this small. I ordered it, honestly, I was half asleep. It was the middle of the night, and I was actually ordering for these. I just wanted a bunch of the 3D printed cemetery headstones. And this came as a kit and it had two of the figures too. I'm like, oh, those figures would be kind of cool too. Then I'm like, well, I was going to build some kind of a crypt or mausoleum anyway. This is technically a crypt. So now the question is, with the thing I was going with, I need something bigger than just this. Now, crypt, technically, a lot of people don't realize this, it could be either a singular house crypt like this, or sometimes it leads to an underground crypt, like in the case over in Egypt. They have a lot of underground crypts that are multiple rooms underground. Petra tombs, for instance. So yeah, if I use my imagination, there could be a set of stairs in here leading down underground to the crypt. But I think I'm still going to put some kind of wall or something back behind it or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we got that. But I can't just throw them on a board and call it a day. That's not going to do it. So yeah. Let's see where we're going to go with this. I imagine a lot of this you're going to be listening to music and watching time-lapse videos because I'm not really sure. I've never done this before, so you're going to see a creative process here. So I started out getting one of these. I figured, oh, this ought to be big enough. Yeah, it's quite large. Because I originally drew out this. Now, before you look at this, remember, I'm a guy who thinks way too much about everything. I overthink it. And I make everything grandiose because of that. And I'm trying not to do that. So this is what I started out with. Okay. The scenario was that this is going to be Dracula's mausoleum, and he decided to, this is the original plan, mind you, he decided he was going to have a haunted house. Those of you who saw my other videos know I used to work in a haunted house every year for 12 years at one, and I think it was three or 4 years at another one that I did before I moved out here to Arizona. So I was like, okay, well, we'll have employee parking, and all the cars that I did, those will be the creature cars. Those are the haunted house employees. And then, of course, I got to have some tombstones and such, and I was going to have an entrance, and I was going to have some patron parking. I don't need all that. We're going to simplify this by, instead of it being a haunted house, he's going to have a Monster Mash dance party. He's invited his friends. So, from here forward, we don't need. We need to make the mausoleum, which we've got the crypt entrance. I'll make some kind of mausoleum that this lets up to. We'll have the parking lot over here for all the cars to park in. And of course we're going to have some tombstones and stuff and some trees and, lots of things around here. So I won't use this whole thing. I'm thinking maybe here. I don't know. I'm going to take a whack at some stuff and we're just going to start gluing things away. Grim Reaper. I might just do that instead of it being Dracula. We don't have to invite Dracula. It's our story. We can make it as we like. Gotta love foam board. Makes stuff so much easier. Not only that, now I've got these other pieces here for any other future projects. So yeah, there's that. Of course, that means they're also laying around my way until then. Give me a Ziploc. I'm thinking that putting this in a bigger bag will make it easier. So we're going to attempt that. All I'm doing is I'm breaking it up a little bit. I'm not breaking it up too much. I mean, you want clumps like that. That's just going to make it look like a tree sometimes. So you don't want to break up everything. You don't want it super fine. Yeah. You also don't want huge, huge clumps either. Alright, so there's that. This is the special glue for the tree. If you ask me if I had to bet on it, it's just Elmer's glue. That's all it is. Or some Mod Podge or whatever. It's the same damn thing. Use whatever you got. It'll work. Yeah. Yeah. If that doesn't look like regular old white Elmer's glue, I don't know what does. So you just go on here. It is really thick though. That's good. Okay, maybe it's got a little extra to it. It's more like Elmer's glue that's sat for 5 minutes. It's starting to thicken up on you. Okay, so the directions say to let it sit there for a couple minutes. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually follow directions for once. If it backfires, I'll never do it again. Now I know doing this, I'm not as artsy as some of the guys that are going to be doing these. But, you know, it's a participation thing at the same time. And my artsy part was all the cars that are going into it, so, which, if you didn't watch all the videos, you don't know what's going into it yet, so you'll see that here soon when we get to the end of this. But as I was saying, I'm not as artsy as some of the guys. But I'm putting in my effort. And some of these guys, I mean, like I saw Eddie Papandreou's, he put his video out a few days ago, and yeah, I saw it, and it looked pretty good, you know. It's more the, I don't know what kind of artistic type of color. It's more like the cartoonish kind, which I'm not very good at doing. That's why I'm not trying to do that. So I don't want to say it was cartoon. It was more of the spooky. Spooky, I guess, is a good word for it. The way he had it done. Whereas mine's going to look more like an actual cemetery that you would walk into today. Which isn't so scary until you walk into it at night. Like I used to do. See, I lived on the bad side of town. And in between us and the big park on the bad side of town, when I was younger, was a giant cemetery. And most people probably think this is kind of macabre or whatever, but we used to play hide and seek in it, you know. And it didn't bother me. I wasn't scared of the dead bodies or anything. But the one thing that was scary there was the mausoleum. It was one of those open mausoleums that you can actually walk through and walk around. Yeah, you could hear sounds and stuff while you're walking in there, and everything echoes. And yeah, being a kid in the middle of a cemetery playing hide and seek and then going in that mausoleum, yeah, your imagination can go wherever you think it can go and then some. So, yeah, that's exactly why I was doing this whole mausoleum idea. It reminded me of my childhood. So, yeah, I may not be artistic, but I'm creative. Alright. Well, let's let that sit for a couple minutes. I just did that one. Let's do this front one over here. This first one I did. They say you just stick it in here like so. And it's supposed to just stick to everything. Alright, well, it kind of worked. Might need a little more glue on that one. On a couple of branches. I don't know, it kind of... You have a couple bare branches on trees. I guess it's alright. I'm going to leave it. Let's try this one. Yeah, I feel we'll be touching up these in a couple spots. But that's alright. I need a little more glue on that one branch. Redip. I think what I'm going to do, now that I've got the other things glued on, I'm doing this. Not really a whole lot I can do tonight until this glue and that glue dries. So I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow to try and finish this because, yeah, it's due tomorrow. And of course I don't want to be late. Not that it really matters because, as I was saying before, this isn't the most artistic, and I also didn't get in the other first 3 phases or whatever of the 5 phases of this thing. So it's not like I'm catching anybody as far as horseshoe awards or anything. It's not happening, so this is more just fun for me. Kind of a learning thing, stepping out of my boundaries, so to speak. Seeing what I can do. First time for everything. It was my first time. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused and excited. But in the end, it all came out well. It was one of my first videos I did that in. And that was the time that I was doing a Matchbox makeover. I'd never done a Matchbox. And I'd never bought a car specifically for making over, which is what I did with that particular one because it was so ugly I couldn't take it. It had a gold motor in it. Gold plastic motor. Oh my god. There we go. And if you're curious about what I'm talking about, go see this video here of this. It is the custom Matchbox pickup truck that I did. This actually came in green with a gold plastic motor. And yeah, it was just atrocious. I couldn't take it. So I actually bought that particular vehicle, mainline, just to modify it. And now look what it's created. Now I've done 15 mods since then. You've created a monster, people. Alright, so we got those done. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot of extra stuff left over. So yeah, there's probably a diorama or two in our future. It'll be another growing thing, you know. They'll get better as we go. There's that. There's the trees. Got a whole bunch of tombstones left. Because, yeah, I only end up using, what, 10? 15? If I remembered where I got them from, I'd give them a free plug here, but yeah, I don't remember who I ordered them from. It was on eBay. I'll probably look it on my phone. Maybe. Let's see here. My eBay purchases. And did I order it off eBay or did I order? I might have ordered it off Google. I did. I ordered it off Google. Or did I order off Amazon? Let me check Amazon. Let's see here. Orders. Yes, I did. I ordered off Amazon. Okay, let's see. Ender Toys. Mausoleum Graveyard Scene. Terrain Scenery for Tabletop. 28mm miniatures war games. 3D printed eye paintable. And there you go. It was $20. I thought it was $12. I paid $20 for it, I guess. That's alright. Like I said, I got all these extras with it, so, you know, it'll go for more than one thing. That's good. But yeah, if you're interested, there you go. There's where they came from. I always like to give a plug to people that provide me or provide stuff that I can use for things. You know, a lot of times this hobby, it's hard to find stuff. So yeah, I like to share that. Alright, so I guess I am done for tonight. We're going to come back in the morning after all this is got the glue dry. And we will do the grass flocking and the setup of the cars. And glue the trees in place. After that, we're pretty much done, I think. I will see you in the morning. Have a nice night. As you can see, I've been working on this a little bit. I need to tape off the tombstones so that I don't get the glue and grass all stuck to them. This is one of the things that, you know, I had to choose the lesser of the evils, I guess, as far as attaching the tombstones with the grass or trying to do the grass around the tombstones. So this is what we did. And I have my little spray bottle of glue. So I'm now going to spray all this with glue. Let it set up for a couple minutes. Then we're going to use this little fake shaker thing with our grass stuff to sprinkle the grass. And we'll see how much of a mess that makes and how this comes out. So, there's that. Let's see here. Yeah, that didn't stick worth a damn, did it? Yeah. So, what am I going to do now? Because, yeah, that's not worth a shit. It's, despite this whole thing being wet. Alright, you know what? It's time for the Mod Podge. And here's what we came up with. I hope you guys like it. It was definitely something different. You know, this isn't something I normally do. But it was, it was fun. You know, when Paula first came up with this idea, doing the super huge ginormous build up part 5, there were a couple people that, at least one that I know of, that's really creative, but he adamantly refused to want to do this. So, I would have been kind of interested to see what he would have done because he's really creative and he's one of the people that I binge watch for the car restorations and car modifications and stuff. So yeah, I would have been interested to see what he would have came up with. But he was going to be a judge too, so he volunteered to judge. So yeah, we'll see what everybody else comes up with. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, even though it was frustrating at times. Didn't work out perfectly the way I wanted it to, but I learned stuff for the next time. There'll be another one. I have to go buy some more grass because I used all my grass, but hey, that's okay. It's only $3.99 a bag, I think. So that's all good. So anyway, if you liked it, like, subscribe, and of course, by all means, share with others. Show my creation. And stay tuned for more content to come. Thanks for watching. That's all, folks. Bye now.